Huh. The ET education event is an extremely versatile where you could meet different academicians, industry people, the one who are probably progressing very much in AI, those online platforms. So it's a platform where all stakeholders connected to academic systems are brought on one platform together, and that has naturally given a lot of dialogue and a lot of perspective as well as forecast in terms of an academic development in future, as well as the current developments that has to be taken as quickly as possible. In fact, I would say uh, we would like to have a right approach so that the inculcation of AI in our academic system in right reference of academic integrity as well as technology upgradation. Both of them are well focused. Earlier, what we did, like say, for example, if you look at the word of era of smartphone, mobile, there probably our approach was not that constructive, may not be in a positive. We would say like we are going for a ban and like detect kind of an approach. Like let us ban the smartphone in classroom so that the students can focus. That definitely yielded certain results in terms of focus, but simultaneously there were multiple academic connects with which the smartphone was connected, which probably we could not put into it. With AI, we don't want to have that kind of a like a mistake to be repeated. In case of an AI in academic systems, we like to have simultaneously achievement of two objectives. One, as a student who would be independent thought leaders, okay, who can have a very good critical thinking, creative abilities, like these abilities to be there, and at the same time, they are required to be very good, smart, uh, uh, enough to utilize artificial intelligence in their career also. So, from that angle, our curriculum needs to be very well aligned with reference to ethical use of AI. We need to promote computational thinking. Now that has become an additional important feature where which will promote use of AI. But at the same time, we like to see that the students be trained to see that AI is not all about. It's not complete. It's one part. It's more of an assistive tool rather than an whole up, like a complete tool. Say we need to train the student that the AI is always based on a certain model which may have a certain bias. At the same time, one has to protect the data, okay, because we always have to look at data integrity. We need to have an ethical policy. So the most important part is like we need to train uh, our students to utilize AI in the most responsible manner. Now, probably how to see that, how to use a right academic integrity while going for an AI. So there probably we'll have lot of reforms in assessment. Okay, so for example, we need to have certain aspects to be introduced where digital tools may not be required. Say there are certain, okay, the complex critical thinking is still one aspect which probably we do understand that AI can't replicate. So let us focus on aspects such as complex critical thinking, emotional intelligence, ethical reasoning, having a, say very good its inculcation in academic integrity along with an AI. For having a very good like digital infrastructure is one first step for moving ahead with AI inculcation in our curriculum, but at the same time, very good connect with the industry because the speed with which the developments are happening in AI, okay, could be inculcated in our regular day-to-day curriculum if and only if we are well connected to industry. So, like a industry connected academic program, having project-based learning, which will provide exposure to the students to the real life issues, and at the same time, providing more hands-on training would be the one which will make our universities very AI ready and globally competitive. Interdisciplinary learning is not only future, even it is true even in current context also. Because when we look at our brain, right and left, okay, we always say that one is dealing with critical thinking, other is dealing with creative. We need both. And that is how interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary and transdisciplinary, which is the focus of national education policy, is the not only a current requirement, we need to explore it on a larger scale so as to meet the future requirement. Now, when you talk about AI itself, AI is not one discipline technology. It's not just computer sciences about. AI is everywhere. Okay, so it is equally required. Like whenever you like to develop a right model, large language model for AI, we need to have a right understanding of philosophy. We need to have a linguistic understanding. So that itself tells you that in every technology, in every scientific use, we need interdisciplinary thinking and multidisciplinary approach. So that's going to be one of the key area for all universities, academic institutions, and we need to see that our curriculum is also inbuilt, need to be designed, need to be upgraded, need to be evolved and updated on a continuous basis in that direction. Sure. The ranking is one particular buzzword which has made all universities very holistic in academic approach, in a sense that when we are compared with different universities, so there are parameters, okay, with which we are always being compared, like whether it is a QS international ranking or whether it is a national ranking framework, national institutional ranking framework, NIRF. Either way, we see that there are multiple parameters on which universities are always assessed, and keeping universities well focused on those aspects puts university even on a broader platform. Say, for example, research. So, research publications in journals like Q1, okay, gives you a broader exposure, because the like Q1 journals naturally talks about top 25% journals. If your faculty are publishing research in those journals, so they would get overall exposure, recognition, all word across, and that makes naturally not only a faculty competitive but even university on a good platform. Now, sustainability has become one important feature of all ranking, and we need to see that we need to move forward in terms of sustainable thinking as well as sustainable approach. So when we are looking at and targeting for net zero emission by 2070, we need to say that the university must start from that target right now itself. And sustainability, going with all sustainability, is definitely one angle. Research in critical emerging areas is one of the most important part which the universities must look for. And this research in critical emerging areas not only keeps the universities connected with industry 4.0 or 5.0, but at the same time that makes the university more competitive in terms of addressing the problem statement which the industries are looking for, and that makes us very competitive.